Also, I can get the PSP ones for free, whereas the PS4 one I would have to pay, and I'm not paying for a game that I'm barely going to play. Yeah. Oh, fuck. This contest has been decided. Alpha Group is victorious. Sigma Escape Test World is now be erased. And that's it for this stream. I won't be doing any more of this quest line till next stream. Yes, I still have to play After Years. I will be playing that. We should go and find Naive. No. Oh, good, he's dead. Talk to me, man. Are you hurt? You could say that. I had a visitor while you was attending your little Ironworks reunion. Omega, damn it! She never should have left you alone, not after what happened to Biggs and Wedge. It's as if I would trail along behind you, like some snivelling lapdog. No, I chose to remain and behold the results. This was my victory. My ingenuity that defeated those foes, even your precious warriors of light, just never variable in my grand experiments. Right, nearest, save your strength. I'll fetch Naive and Alpha. We can get out of here. Garland. Next round is yours. But you can't keep holding back. It's time to unfetter the brilliant mind of yours, to do what must be done. I'm not talking about what becomes of Omega. You cannot preach freedom through technology. Keep yourself locked up in chains. Oh no, he's going to turn into an AI pro. I can sense it. It's going to start peddling fucking... the tokens, whatever the fuck they're called. They're dead now, but thankfully. Happy bunny? Another battle won. Thy might knoweth no bounds, child of man. The Sigmascape has been terminated. Congratulations, Alpha Group. Congratulations, Naive Alterian. Consistent with previous performances, you have once more defeated a foe of vastly superior combat capabilities. I have constructed a theory to explain this phenomenon. In order to conserve life energy, you subconsciously limit your output during standard activity. I have taken this factor into account when calculating your potential, but judging by the world fluctuations in values, it's possible your limits are exceeded by an unpredictably high degree when engaged in battle. Current data unreliable. Accuracy of further experiments may be compromised. Recalculations are necessary. You exhibit your full potential, unrestricted by self-imposed limits. Prediction. Placing subject in mortal peril will facilitate the collection of desired data. Not a happy bunny. Reveal your power. Let me measure the extent of your existence. In precisely 180 seconds, I will terminate your life. You are to attempt to escape with every last reserve of your strength you possess. Determined, Chocobo. Toad. Alpha, your participation is unnecessary. Do not interfere. Curious. 'Twould seems the circumstances of thy birth taint not the purity of thy life. The seed which all mortals nurture is found within thee too, of her. As for thee, Omega, after the passing of eons, is this truly the extent of thine evolution? I have glimpsed the core of thy wretched existence, and judged that my guidance here is no longer needed. Neat. I didn't know he could do that. Even I cannot fully bend the rules which govern this place. I have reached beyond my strength at last. So be it. Such a death becometh thee not. I enjoy that. It's fuck off, Omega. It's just cheating. Mushu can't do that. Actually, I don't know if Mushu can do that. I've not seen that movie. Slumber shall I betake me for a time. The incarnation I leave with thee will be mine in form, but not in spirit. Yeah, hang on, you already sacrificed your body. You can't do it again, it's cheating. Miqo'te, again, your actions are incomprehensible. Eat me, empty vessel. Thy empty vessel, thine all too clumsy effort to draw out that which is by thine own admission, defieth thine understanding, is the very height of folly. Temper thy desire, trust to the results of thine experiments, and when thou hast witnessed these mortals in the fullness of their glory, then mayest thou determine if the prize thou seekest is thine for the taking. Acknowledged. Attempt to artificially elicit potential has failed. Tend your injuries, Alpha Group, and prepare for the next round of testing. I like that he's a sleepy eye. Hey, Alpha, I need your help. It's Nero. He's... Oh. What happened here? It seemed we all have a tale to share. But not here. Come on, we're leaving. How did he not see any of that? Madam, the chief has already departed for Rauga's Reach. A few of our people are on hand to help him transport Nero. Oh, and I was told to tell you that Jessie fully expects a report as soon as it's convenient. By that, she generally means now. But yes. Okay, we still have to hand in, but... Let's do this first. There's no rush now because we've done all the dungeons, I think, for this patch. And also, getting a dungeon at 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday is... we were lucky to get that one. Let's... These patches have taken me a while. I thought they were only 4 hours. Maybe it's 6 hours, and then it's 4 hours when you don't have the extra dungeons. And these have like loads of extra dungeons in. And the later patches add in like savage modes and stuff that... Because I swear it never took 6 hours to do the patches for Heavensward. Some time has been wasted today, but like, I think I got quite a lot done, to be honest. Is it really hot today? What's the temperature?
It's 12 degrees right now.
Hi, Fang. I should say words, shouldn't I? Words make the thing with the go. Lord Hyan and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you're ready, speak with the boatman and join us on the other side. I would have liked to start the next patch today, but obviously at 11 I don't think it's happening. I will definitely finish this patch today, but I don't think I'll start the next one. We'll see then. I'll give it a go. All are free to travel in and out of the Enclave. You seek passage? I do. Tomorrow I have to do exercise as well. And forever. For it is day one. I have to undo all the damage I did to myself since Final Fantasy Rebirth. Hey Ryan, so first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in this time. I guess it's nice. We even have an Aetherite now, courtesy of Onishishu. Be sure to attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior Light seal approval, people might start using the thing. I shall. Me and my Taoist Moogle will go over there as soon as this conversation is ended. But on the matter of the hand, Ambassador and retinue out my hall, taking their ease ahead in negotiations. I want you there when talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. Not normally one for hollow posturing. But in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Oh, and should you feel uneasy about speaking to Scions, Alphino and Alice will, for the Scions, sorry, will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. I'll be there. By the moon and the stars and the sun. A new sun. I knew I could count on you. When you're ready, come and join me at the humble abode. The and Guardsman will see you in. I've tuned. But what of my maid? Inky. No, Inky, I need you to do stuff. It's just gonna... The fuck? How do I send you on a mission? Adventure, that's it. Oh no, man, I can't. Go hunting. Get me some ram horn. No, hang on. Get me some marmot meat. I'm not allowed, never mind. Right, fair enough. What's this? That guy's a dog. And Hyan is expecting you. May I show you in?
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Dorma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Dorma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend.
As long as you give the girl back.
Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Kor'gin's practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Kor'gin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now, there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed, many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that, We, populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe, and I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal.
There we go.
A prisoner exchange.
Wants the girl. I enjoyed the word where he said strange.
Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial Army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting viceroy.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests.
So,
Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care.
I'm told the
See that they are
Shadowbringers
well
is
looked after.
really good. But I worry because these in-between stories,
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien.
they have a
We shall
habit
look
of like
forward
being
to your answer.
politically quite like complex. And then as soon as the main story starts, they just sort of drop all the complexity from them or even go back on them. Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. Well, that was unexpected. I still don't know quite what to make of it all, but on the surface, business exchange does seem like a good way to begin. Question is, can they be trusted? They have naught to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. The ambassador's mention of Yotsu left me ill at ease, made his grand talk of peace seem uncannily like a lengthy preamble. It does, yeah. It seems specifically like they went out that is the only reason they came here. You might think it's all of use to facilitate her retrieval. Perhaps. I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. I'm assuming he's not lying, but I'm assuming he hasn't told lies, but he's misrepresenting the order of operations, as it were. That Yotsu was clearly the main reason. Maybe vice versa, but she's not Garlean, not even highborn. Her value is presumably lying in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining piece. Alfredo, you're well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on the matter. They torture her. Your knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hyan. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless. So many of our brothers and sisters languishing in imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on the chance to secure their repatriation. Only the Kami know when I will be afforded another. Ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, Ive. Let's leave Alphino to dispense his copious knowledge. I mean, I feel like it's all moot because she's clearly going to get her memory back at some point. Because they're not doing. Someone is so often being made to watch Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alice company. We are safe enough for now. Like, yeah, the whole kind of like death of personality. Babylon 5 did a story about this. Like, would she deserve to be passed around like a? Is she? Did she commit any crimes now that she's a new person who doesn't remember all the bad things she does? Right, there is an interesting question in that, but I don't think the game's going to answer it because I think she's going to bang her head and get her memory back. But we'll see. Chance to relax at least. And now I know when I'm out my depth, Naive. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle. The stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit it's not me. So we're left with the eternal question: what to do while they prattle on? Eat steak. No, we'll have takoyaki. Okay, just click it. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to our brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words. It's not as if we'll be missed here, or will we? May I have a moment, if you would? Yugili. And Asahai, was it? You have some business with Naive? Business? No pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed Slayer of Gods and Champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honour. Such heartfelt admiration, one could almost forget the envoy of the Empire. Or is it so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the woman who would do battle with our common enemy. Lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank her for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's vile icon. Now, if I may continue as we speak, the High-End deliberates over my proposal. I would take this time to see the land I once call home. Though Lady Yugiri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all more enjoyable for your company and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. It's not like to come harm to you. He won't get hurt if you're here. What? Be my pleasure. In that case, I will join you as well. There's naught else to do until Lord Heian has reached his destination and will think of no final way to learn more about the current state of Doma. Settled then, four of us will make for the brief excursion through Jianxia. We start at the town of Monzen. I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you would follow me. there a way out that way? A tiger, a rainbow tiger. That is not the way through. No, tiger! We have no quarrel with you. Pin, 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 pin. Roma. Yeah, like, are these? Yeah, these guys are clearly based on the Iron Giants, right? And so if you think of the evolutionary path of that as well, they're not Iron Giants, they're just soldiers, but like some things are clearly based on Iron Giants even if they're not. What the fuck is that? Nay, can this truly be Monzen, the home of the Queen of the Doma's Samurai? I heard the Yotsu intended to send home a few by automata here, but only by way of warning. I should not have come to this. Did her savagery only serve to incense the people and spur them to rise in protest? It's followed to think such methods of governance could never prove effective. The sooner we begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course, if you would have the better view of what remains of the castle, let's proceed through the ruins. I still have to finish Lost Odyssey as well. Some games get put on the back burner for longer because they require me to use this sofa. And really I can only do those games on the weekend. And I sort of have to prioritize which games I do. It is a travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful in the light of the setting sun. One would swear it was a flame. Indeed, doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day when we're finished helping our people rebuild their lives. Looking like a true popularis, needs of the people must, of course, come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to seeing how they live firsthand at the village in Namai? It's but a short journey from here, if I'm not mistaken. My river, yes, if you follow me, I'll rid you a boat. None of these missions have had fights. It's all been dialogue. All the fights have been in the side content. Oh fuck. Fine. I think that's why it's taking so long. Did it cast off? Oh. We did a duty before, didn't we? Did we do a duty? I think we did. I think we might have done a duty. Yeah, we did, because we had to...
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble.
Oh, it's the red Kujin.
Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we.
Cool.
It is nothing.
Soft shell. Sometimes I feel like I could get away. Okay. I found it funny. Didn't let that through.
An opening.
I have you!
Fucking loads of them. Christ.
The art of my sword.
There's more than 4 bears. And they're not bears, they're turtles. Better than I was expecting.
Taste my steel!
have fulfilled my duty. Oh, that guy totally did it. It wasn't me.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
You saved us again. Thank you. If you're ever passing by our village, look us up. You'll always be welcome.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
I feel like the answer might be more complicated than these give me. I will never change.
Never? I wonder, would you have said the same of Ishgard? Believe what you will, but I assure you, the Empire can change.
Dear me, I'd hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances, yet this regrettable little interlude didn't afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action. A few Imperial soldiers can say that, at least a few who could live to tell the tale. Now it's the quest. There's to play. After that little ideal appeal, it's time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord, but what of Nemai? He seemed eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. It's almost as if he set this up. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt good people in Nemai would take kindly to a certain man in the Imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however, thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would. With any luck, Lord Hyann will finish considering my proposal by the time we return. The wild card is a character who is seemingly either powerless or good, turns out to be villainous much later in this game. Oh, hang on. When did I bring that up all of a sudden? No reason. Just popped in my head. My point also is I don't necessarily think he's lying. I think he's a politician and he has an angle. Thank you again for agreeing to join me. If not for your aid, the Kojin may have overwhelmed us. Pray go on ahead. Lord Hyann is expecting you. I will remain without. Keep watch over our guest. Well, we'd best not keep waiting. he might even want the Empire to reform. But he's definitely not against using us to do that, to get in power. You are expected, my lady. Shall I show you in? Oh, look, it's Lord Heaton. Let's talk to him. I might conk out at midnight because that's how my brain does nowadays. We are very different times from John of several years ago. Welcome back, my friend. Ugili tells me you accompanied her and Sahai on the tour of Yanxia. I had hoped you might take the opportunity to recover from your exertions in Sakazuki. But I gather your time was well spent. And, you know, going to bed at midnight's not the worst thing in the world either. But till the ambassador affords Ugiri a chance to make a full report, however, I must rely on you to supply the details. Please tell us how it's unfolded. It's just weird because obviously I've got a sense of timing when things happen throughout the day, and suddenly I'm like, wait, I gotta sleep now? Fucking brain. But yeah, you know, I've been, because of the builders, I had to get up at 8 o'clock every day. Although that one day where he's just like, oh yeah, what time are you available? 8, you know, 8's fine. Oh, 8 then. It's like, oh, he wanted to be here earlier. The Red Kujin, have there been any other incidents since the liberation? That I'm aware of, they're planning some new venture here in Yanxia. We'll need to increase patrols. In the event I'm indebted to you for fighting them off, tell me. Don't be modest, was Ashahai truly the first to leap into the youngster's aid? He was. I was quick to doubt him when we first met, but the situation just happened to arose where he could prove himself, and he seemed genuine. It's possible he believes what he's saying. Time I've known you, you've always been an excellent judge of character, because like he might have always known he'd kill them, so he could still tell the truth and be like, well, yeah, no one was in any real danger, but also yes, I did engineer the situation so I could look like a hero. So, what do you make of the ambassador? I still don't think he can be trusted. The question of was what his true intentions may. So okay, I'm glad the game let me do that, because last time I thought something shifty was happening. The game wouldn't let me express it. And like, I was like, oh, he tricked us all. Sorry, no, I should quote. My machinations lay undetected for years. And it's like, can I see your machinations? Regardless of his aim, I am resigned to playing his game for now, at least. Well, for swearing, summoning should be simple enough, considering you never dabbled in it in the first place. It just leaves somewhat thorny question of how to police the Red Kujin. It was with this very question in mind that I sought Alphino's counsel. Thanks to his knowledge of the icons and the rituals he used to invoke them, I believe we've identified a workable solution. As you will recall, Susano summoned forth using the power of relics locked away in Kujin's treasure vault in the Isle of Zeki. Those said relics remain there to this day, all but certain the acts of summoning exhausted their stores of ether, making subsequent summonings. Yeah, fucking lies. We're gonna have a hard mode and we're gonna have an extreme mode. So, fucking lies. Impossible, yes, certainly. Assuming that is the case, preventing the Primal's return. We also know there's like so many bonus ways of summoning sheep. Shit. Return rests on denying the Red Kujin. Means amassing new stores of ether. You know, you can just be upset. You're gonna use the bodies of nearby people. Like everything, you can use a fucking aura crystal. There's alternative methods. Acquisition of crystals of the relics want to collect. For this, I plan to enlist the aid of our friends, the Blue Kujin. In terms of his liberation, we've forged closer bonds with the Bunchin and his people. He's a bunch of cool guys, and they're support. I'm quite confident we can keep the Red from obtaining what they require to call upon this Susano. What of the business? Will be exchanged as agreed. I will give full credit to IC for the success of the transaction. So what we can do for the Populares garner favour, I mean to see it done. But that means handing over somebody who had a bump on the noggin. First, I have some unfinished business to attend to. Would you all come with me? I'm going to donk her on the head. But of course, what manner of business? Past mistake I would see put right, one which has weighed heavily on my mind.
I had her brought here in secret while the three of you kept our guest company. The world has not been kind to you, it is true. But that does not excuse your sins. You should be at the bottom of the river. Yet here you are, the living, breathing proof of my failure. A failure for which I would now make amends.
What did I do? I don't remember. Was it really so terrible? Tell me, please! What did I do?
You speak of sins, my lord. But at whose feet do those sins lie? With the soldiers who committed the crimes, or those who commanded them to do so?
She did command people to do the crime. She was in charge of the
With
place.
both, I would say. For all have a conscience, and all must choose.
But some people
With
have
no memory of who she is, or what she has done, what sin remains to be cleansed?
I mean, that's a valid question, sure.
You ask that I show mercy.
I ask why the heavens saw fit to deny me my rest.
There you
Why
go.
Yotsuyu was spared not only death, but the bitter memories of her life.
I mean, that kind of feels like death, to be honest. Somebody's died.
You truly think it the will of the Kami? If so, her life is not mine to take. It is yours to safeguard. Come the hour of the exchange, if her memories have not returned, she may remain here in Doma to live out her days as Tsuyu. But if they do, the Guardians shall have their viceroy. Though the people will protest, they will come to accept my decision when they have been reunited with their loved ones.
Thank you, my lord.
Now then, I believe we have kept our guest waiting long enough. Did Gosetsu not seem strange to you?
I mean, his hands are massive.
His sympathy for Yotsuyu apart, I mean. I know his powers of endurance only too well, but after all he has suffered, even he should not be on his feet. He puts on a brave face for our sakes, but it would not surprise me if he lacked the strength to raise his blade. Though I suppose if he and Yotsuyu are to enjoy a life of peace and quiet, he will have little use for it. It falls to us to shape that future, one in which he need never again set foot on the battlefield.
Now my quest is complete. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Rise of a New Sun, there we go. And we get some coffers, which might be rubbish. And I never remember which one is fucking vending, maiming, striking. Could you just tell me which one's the relevant one to me, please, game? I know it's not fending. You fend something off. That's defense. With Yotsuyu safely in Gotsetsu's care, all that remains is to answer Asai's proposal. I realize others matters demand your attention, but I would ask you to stay a while longer to see this business through. I mean, if it's only 11... No, it's 11:30. I might try, but I mean, I've got to set up some art and stuff.
My apologies. Our deliberations took longer than expected.
Think
Google
nothing of
Final
it.
Fantasy
The
mainly
time afforded me
pending.
the opportunity to go on a rather rousing excursion
Guess what
through
I found?
Yansha. You have reached a decision then?
Final Fantasy XIV main
We are willing to
offending.
cooperate with you in combating
I
the
found
Icon
this on the
threat,
web.
and also in the exchange of prisoners. Assuming you accept our conditions, of course. As you know, your sister is in our care. Due to certain complications, however, we are hesitant to release her into your custody.
Complications?
She was inside Doma Castle when it collapsed. Though she survived, she remembers nothing of her past life.
Oh, they're all useless to me
Even
anyway.
her name. To clarify, she is in our care not as a prisoner, but as a vulnerable citizen of Doma.
I want aiming.
Are you saying you refuse to release her?
Not at all. If her memory returns before the appointed hour.
And if not, what exactly? You will accommodate her here in Doma?
Well, I sincerely doubt she will be of any great strategic value to the Empire. She spends her days daydreaming of Dango.
But she won't forever. Even.
Dango. How dreadful. Very well. In light of our recent misstep in Sakazuki, it seems only fair that I show you the same understanding you have shown us. Though I do have one small request. Regardless of Yotsuyu's value to the Empire, she is yet my sister. Before I leave, might you permit me to speak with her in private?
Of course. Perhaps you could even bring her a plate of dango. She would be most pleased. Yugiri will see you to her chambers.
I'll try some dango. Is she about to get murdered? I think that would be a very foolish thing for a politician to do. It'd be much easier to just assassinate her. You know. While they're having conversations. There's things that he could do. Personally, assassinating somebody would be a terrible idea for someone in that position. Forgive me, my lord, but has he not been gone over long? Perhaps I should... Tell myself, Kosetsu, I understand your concern, but we have to wait. He deserves so much. Does he? Sorry to keep you waiting. Thank you for understanding. Long did I dream of this reunion, but never did I imagine it'd be so joyless. Part of me hoped your stories in a condition with just that, but alas, it is as you say. So, do you remember anything of this man, anything at all? No. I'm a stranger to her, that much was clear from a single look. I leave her in your care. As you wish. If you excuse me, my superiors are long overdue a report. They will be elated to hear of our agreement. That I have no doubt. As for the exchange itself, once I have obtained relevant permissions, I will arrange for your people to be relieved of their various duties. Send here to Yansha. This will take time. What are you trading for then? You may rest assured. Well, maybe he's not evil. You will be well cared for until you return. We will begin taking steps towards a better care. Kojin and their icon. Before you take your leave, there is one matter. I'm informed that it was you who took the lead in rescuing two young dormants from the band of Kojin sellswords. I've not yet had the time to thank you properly. Please, there's no need to thank me. I only did what anyone would do under the circumstances. Fortunately, I was in good company at the time. Light of the red cohesion is that the Empire's making, but not for our transgressions. Those children will not have needed saving. People of Doma have suffered enough, my lord, and I promise to do it all in my power to spare them from further pain, be it at the hands of the cohesion or the Empire. I pray the Empire will see the things as you do. There may yet be hope for us all. Till we meet again. Setsu, as before, leave Yotsuyu to you. I'll invite the rest of you to join me outside. Let's treat Asai to a proper farewell. Oh yeah, name this stream but I have bird because I just ran out of variations of words. Ambassador's airship awaits at Castrum Fluminus. Let us be off.
I wish you a safe journey.
This has been a most enjoyable visit. I look forward to our next meeting. Maxima, would you take the others and see that all is ready for our departure?
Maxima! Do you think they resent being having to work with the white
I simply cannot leave without first giving thanks to the Warrior of Light for accompanying me through Yansha.
Happy bunny. There we go.
Mark me, savior of the savages. There will be
Fucking told you.
reckoning.
I enjoyed that the camera had to turn. Fair enough, but I still called it.
You've nowhere left to run, traitor!
What does he have to gain by,
Ignorant savages! Killing us will avail you naught.
by showing his hand right at the
Every
last second?
Imperial you cut down, 1,000 more will come. Abandon this foolish endeavor and surrender. You may yet serve our righteous cause.
Also, why didn't the Echo show us this, like, 40 minutes ago?
How dare you speak of righteousness? You who forsook kith and kin to serve conquerors! Be glad I grant you this mercy.
What does kith mean?
Kith means one's friends, acquaintances, and relations.
Fair enough.
What in the...
Needs some rock and roll music, didn't he?
Reinforcements? No, just one. Cut him down!
It would have been less obvious had they not like put that tinge in his voice, though. He was just a little bit too. Hello, I'm a nice person doing things for nice reasons. Are you?
Thank you, sir.
This one is promising. Who remains to offer us resistance?
A host of rebels led by Lord Cayenne hold the enclave across the river.
Lord Cayenne?
The king of the former king of Dorma, sir. They say he is one of the greatest swordsmen alive.
Is that what they say?
Who was that?
Surely you jest. That was Xenos Galvus, legatus of the 12th, the Crown Bloody Prince. I heard he was strong, but that was frightening.
That was...
Oh,
Lord
so
Xenos.
he's specifically angry at us for killing Xenos. He's a super fan.
Everything you are, your power, even your face, it vexes me.
My face definitely doesn't vex you. It lies. I am Bun.
Go on. Lash out like the beast you are at an emissary and jeopardize the newfound peace between Dorma and the Empire.
I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to walk over there and go, yeah, no, he's a fucking prick.
My lord was destined to lead us unto a glorious new age.
No, he wasn't, because he's dead.
Your light is nothing.
Oh,
to
that
his
lord. Okay, fair enough.
radiance.
So I know, promised a bunch of stuff, and maybe we'll get it. Can they not hear? Can they not hear this?
I will cherish this moment. Lock it away within my heart until the day we
You guys, yeah, I mean, do the trade. That's fine. But no, he's a fucking shit. He's not on the level at all. Watch out for him, all right? Nah, like, he just had a conversation with me. I'm clearly the most trusted person. I've saved the world. Well, I've saved you guys at least, like, 3 major occasions now. I have no cause to lie about this, and literally, like, hundreds of people can vouch for me. He just did a weird thing. He just said, I vex him. He's really angry that I killed Xenos. Maybe we should bear that in mind in all our future meetings. Did they see that? Are they? Am I going to keep? It'd be really weird for me to keep that a secret from everyone.
You look troubled, my friend. Was it something he said?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, your face vexes me." He did that. He was he went into a rage. He went into a rage and he was like, you know what? Actually, fuck you. I hate you. I hate everything you stand for. Yeah. So that was weird. I felt like I should tell you that, High-End, considering, you know, the political ramifications of him actually being a shit.
Of all the memories to witness.
Okay.
I had my doubts about him, but I would never have guessed he was a disciple of Xenos.
And also the things he literally said to my face?
My lord.
Calm yourself, Ugiri. I set no store by him or his enlightened brethren. But if by treating with them there is even the faintest hope, we might secure the return of our conscripted brothers and sisters, I must play this game.
Yeah, I appreciate.
After the way I risked
it doesn't
their
change
lives
that.
in the rebellion, I owe them that much.
My lord, you bear no blame for their fate.
If not blame, then responsibility. They were prisoners, and still I chose to fight, knowing they could be executed in retaliation. But now we have a chance to bring them home. If it means bargaining with a monster, so be it.
My lord.
Besides, I think he likes me, which is more than some can say.
He just doesn't like me very much. I mean, it might be the case. Makes no sense. Why would it? All right, I'm glad the game has no like. Why keep up the pretense for so long only to drop it right before the very end? Perhaps he no longer thought it necessary, having secured Dema's cooperation in the prisoner exchange. He truly is a disciple of Xenos. His possible emotions simply got the better of him. Remaining calm around the woman who slew his lord will have taken its toll. Whatever the explanation, now is not the time for hasty reprisals. I'm going to assume, because he can be evil and want to go for the peaceful route. Like, again, there's a good reason to just, politically speaking, if you want to be in charge, you need to have a faction. And if you're not leading the other faction, leading a new faction that has a legitimate, like, claim is a good way of going about getting your evil plans done, even if it means taking the good route there. Now, presumably a part of you must think, well, then there's no reason to be evil because this good route is doing. But you know what I mean? Like, that is what politics is quite a lot of the time. Just like, just maneuvering. You know, that's literally politics. Need not concern yourself. Leave the affairs of Doma to us. When the hour of exchange draws near, we can call for you. Certainly hope so. Whatever the Empire's true intent, we would be on hand to play a part, either to defend Doma or to help usher in lasting peace. So, I used to joke. I didn't. So, Game of Thrones has a character called Littlefinger, and the gimmick with Littlefinger is that he is yeah, the thing about is, yeah, a lot I realistically loads of people would actually be on would be, you know, good as politicians, but they don't actually want to be politicians because that's like a lot of actual work. It's, yeah, it's just but I know what you mean. Like, hang on, let me make my point. Littlefinger, like, he does machinations, he does politics, but in the book he's very like a literal twisted mustache. In the show they play him shifty as fuck in a way that nobody would actually believe anything he says. And I was like, Boris Johnson thinks he's Littlefinger but doesn't really understand that he's acted in such a way that the audience needs to know he's a liar. But then I'm like, well, no, because clearly lots of people actually like Boris Johnson, even though, to me, and I don't mean like Oh, but like, obviously, like, people are right-wing and people like Boris Johnson, but like, way before he was Prime Minister, a decade before Prime Minister, I fucking hate Boris Johnson. He was on the TV show called Have I Got News For You, and sometimes they put politicians on, and he has such a dishonestness about him. It really makes me uncomfortable. Specifically, he does a very British thing where he talks in such a way that you can't, there's like a vast void, there's a chasm. You know how like British people specifically have no tone for sarcasm, which means occasionally they can just say things and it can either mean one end of the spectrum or the entire other. And he lives in that to the point that, like, at first it makes him seem really clever. You're like, oh, you don't know how clever he's being. But no, it's more that it's how smart he is in this chasm. Because yeah, it turns out he's not that smart because he did a bunch of very stupid things that was clearly quite stupid. Running a country has a way of like revealing how smart you are. But like in the chasm, it was quite hard to tell if he was being this crafty, like, he did this thing people noticed in interviews. Occasionally he'd say fucking bizarre things in interviews, like that he liked to make buses out of cardboard, and it was like, what are you talking about? And people realized he was doing search engine optimization because he had a headline about like Brexit on the side of a bus. What he'd done is, by having this really insane quote, he'd made it so like the top search results for him and buses was now this. So like but like, that's it. He can do that sort of thing, but like, I mean, he didn't stay in power for very long. Like, he was absurdly corrupt. Like, fucking hell. You have to be hilariously incompetent to actually get voted out like that. I've had it happen to several people. Anyway, I didn't mean to bring up real politics. That's really that's no fun at all. But yes. Well, I mean, I suppose you should tell people what you hear. But yeah, I guess the thing about, like, yeah, that's not you don't want to actually tell people what they want to hear, because people want to hear easy answers, right? They want to hear, oh, if we just get rid of all the immigrants, then we'll be fine. And don't, like, if we just do this, you know, there's a simple solution and everything will be great. Just wave flag. And the answer might be, oh, it's going to be really difficult. It's going to take a lot of time. We're going to have to build up. It's going to take a decade. We're going to be poor before. Like, it might be very complicated. And yeah, that's a difficult conversation. But also, that's the art, right? You can, there's an art to being able to say some things and get people in favor. You can't just be honest either. That's a terrible position to take because just nobody will follow you. Anyway, again, let's talk about computer games and stories. It's more fun. I thought we might use this time to return to Eorzea, but given the volatility of the situation, maybe it'd be best if we remained in Kugane. Agreed. Between Yotsu's amnesia and Ashai's dubious agenda, it's things like this where you were like, what you want is you want your like your Machiavelli. I know that's a real person, but if you want somebody to like swoop in and be evil and take over a country, you want them to be intelligent, right? This is a part of you that wants it to be a grand conspiracy. They had the cool, excellent plans, and not that they just have lots of money on their side and can fucking just fail upwards. See America. I say we. It's always more fun to imagine hyper competent people. Although I could say if the plot point of him just raging and ruining his plan, I guess in that case, not so far from the real world. I guess if anything should happen, anything at all, you must send for us at once. Oh, I will. On that you have my word. Charting a path for the sea of troubles promises to be difficult enough. I'm not so proud as to attempt the feat alone. Gani then. It would be really nice to have a politician to go like, we're going to try some ideas. It might be shit, but it's better than just like it. You know, we've seen the state of affairs. Maybe we should try some different things. We'll try them, and it might not work. You know, bear with us. I guess they do say that. That's the problem. Anyway, I don't want to talk about real politics because that's really depressing as well. A determined the others must know what must have transpired here. Things like in the UK, there's a housing crisis. Like you cannot buy a house. They've been priced out, and the answer to that, presumably, is to just build a lot of new houses that'll drive prices down. A lot of people don't want their houses to be cheap, but fuck them. A lot of those people will be fine if they lose the value of their house. If I lose the value of this, it's still the equivalent of the value of this. You know what I mean? I still have this to live in. But I guess hypothetically there might be somebody who would be ruined. But like, I'm told, economically speaking, building a bunch of new houses and I guess stemming immigration, I don't know, has complications that I haven't considered because everything is a series of systems that are connected. But at the same time, you can't just be like, well, you can't think of it because it's too complicated. Smart people exist. Fucking have them solve it. If it's like, why can't we consider these things, and why can't it just be taught in a way that like, why isn't? I'm becoming incoherent. It's midnight. And the answer is to the powers that be, you don't want things to change that much. Is my cynical take. Because surely, if you can teach programming, and you can teach art, and you can teach politics, surely there's just a way of like, you can actually study for like how to politically make improvements. Do science on that, motherfucker. We probably do, to be honest. We do studies and shit. It's just not in everyone's interest for those studies to come. Where's the quest? So. I still don't understand why the dude didn't come here. I'm sweating. I don't know. What temperature is it?
It's currently 13 degrees.
What temperature is considered hot in the UK?
I found this on the web.
Okay, apparently not 12. Fuck. I'm sweating. Christ. Yes. It seems you've all in quite the predicament. Well, we should receive any urgent missives from Derma. Rest assured you'll be the first to know of it. We're discussing ideas. No, television, don't turn off. But I suppose that all we can do to wait for any urgent news that should come for the office. About that, I wish to apologise to Taro. It was reckless of me to make such a purchase without first consulting you. You may be certain, however, I have the means to. I mean to reimburse the Sounds, even if it means drawing upon my personal funds. It's very thoughtful, but I'm sure it won't come to that. So Roban's business proposition is a promise. As it sounds, I have no difficulty wiping the red from our ledger. Give me naive. It would seem I've unwittingly helped my financial troubles upon you. So I will pay you back. I've got like £1 million. Just take it. Though I fear I struggle to cobble together anything monetary value knowledge I can gather in abundance. To start, I plan to investigate the divisions forming within the Empire. Gabriel and his associates heard something on that subject. Regardless, the more we know about the politics of Garlemald, the better our chances of predicting the Imperial's next move. Oh, my house is too hot now. I need them to take out all the things, which might yield... sorry, you might not know about this. I've recently had builders in to add to the walls and give me solar heating and all that, and add to the sponge in my attic, which I think they did. I don't know. I've got no way of checking. Might yield an advantage on the day of the prisoner exchange. Knowing what we do of Asai's apparent resentment towards you, I cannot say that we hope to gain for it, though it is the faintest chance of lasting peace could be forged between Doma and the Empire. What choice if we try? Lord Hien, at the right of it aside, maybe very well be a monster, but we must play his game for now. Fending, maiming, striking. That'll be... That's samurai, right? I'll put it on maybe. Ooh. Arranging the prisoner exchange proved easier than I thought. Yes, my lord would be most pleased. Everything is going according to plan.
Can you truly remember nothing? Nothing at all?
Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all.
Were we friends?
Yes. We were good friends, you and I. In fact, I've brought you a gift.
It's a bomb. This was already always deeply suspicious. Yeah, can I talk to her alone?
I pray that one day soon, as you gaze into that mirror, you will remember the woman staring back at you.
Did he happen to have a mirror on him? Is it a magic mirror? That seems
It's
like...
so pretty. Who are you? Who are you?
Meanwhile, in the Imperial capital, we had one fight.
How are you feeling, my lord?
Fine, now leave me.
How did that guy survive? He exploded. He turned into a dragon and exploded. I killed him. I was there when it happened. cool. That is the end. I'm going to let you go, and I will be back tomorrow. I was tempted to play for like an hour, push myself. I mean, it really is tempting, but like, let's just say it's very unlikely. But maybe I'll watch the trailer and go, oh, I'll play it for an hour. You know, maybe. We'll see. But I'm going to end this stream at the very least, because I like to cut them up. Oh, wrong button. I need to change this screen, don't I? Because it'll be a new patch. But either way, if I'm not back tomorrow, if I'm not back tonight, which I'm unlikely, thank you very much for watching. Final Fantasy XIV patch 4.2, Rise of a New Sun adventure.